Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, distinguished Dr. Sean Chen, President of International Association of University Presidents, distinguished Dr. Fernando Leon Garcia, Board Chair of IAUP, dear Dr. Asylbek Kojakhmetov, dear colleagues, friends, and guests. I cannot be with you in Almaty in person, and I'm really sorry about that. I wish I could. Because what is happening at Hotel Kazakhstan in Almaty this week is not just a routine academic gathering. It is the first IAUP regional conference in Central Asia. And firsts always matter. Let me give you the context from where I stand. We welcome you in Kazakhstan. We extended this invitation at your regional conference in Korea. So Kazakhstan is in the middle of a deliberate transformation of its higher education system. Under the direct initiative and support of our president, His Excellency Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, we have built a network of 40 international partnerships, including branch campuses of globally ranked research-intensive universities. We have passed a new law on science and technology policy. We are scaling industrial PhDs. We are building university endowments. We have a separate law for that. These are not aspirations. These are operational realities. We have amended our tax code to have 300% of tax cuts to incentivize private sector and private companies to do innovation, research. We have started our association of Horizon Europe program. I've just came back from Brussels talking, argumenting the association of Kazakhstan into this one of the largest world programs on research funding, and fingers crossed we're starting our path towards Horizon Europe, and we're talking about 175 billion of euros in research funding for the next budgeting cycle. These 40 partnerships give Kazakhstan a window of opportunity to transform our higher education institution, to transform local universities who are unfortunately were founded back in Soviet times and not teaching universities. They're not research-intensive universities. So with each and every partner, we have an agreement to help to transform our local universities into research-intensive universities. We started a technology transfer program. So just to give you an example, our University of Arizona partnership in Petropavlovsk, our northernmost city in North Kazakhstan region, we're now running 3 joint research activities, research projects on sulfur, on bioinformatics, on water management, forestry. So we're tapping into research potential of our partners to bring that technology, to bring that knowledge and experience to Kazakhstan, operating on win-win model, operating on providing access to rich natural resources of Kazakhstan, to critical minerals, to energy potential, to many, many great endowments that nature has provided Kazakhstan with. But the human capital, innovation, research, that's the delta, that's the added value that would bring most out of these riches that our Kazakhstan, that our country possesses. Artificial intelligence is a big new technology, and countries like Kazakhstan are betting on this technology. It is seen as great equalizer, and we hope that artificial intelligence will bring us new competitive edge, boost our productivity, enhance our workforce. So harnessing the power of AI is seen as strategic priority of Kazakhstan. Our president is putting a lot of focus, is putting a lot of policy making into artificial intelligence. We have launched our national program, AI Sana. And it's a 4-stage program. Stage 1, basic AI literacy. We've already trained over 673,000 university students. That's 100% of our bachelor students. Stage 2, we have selected 100,000 students to focus on building AI agents and physical AI. So we're trying to capture those 2 new revolutions that are happening with help of AI, agentic AI revolution and physical AI revolution. We are investing in compute infrastructure by bringing 2 national supercomputers. The third is on its way, and having joint computing capacity of exceeding 6 exaflops. There are 4 supercomputers at 4 of our national universities, and each student and faculty member who are engaged in AI Sana program have a free quota of this computing power, and we call this program How to Train Your Dragon. So we're basically trying to promote the idea that every student, every Kazakh citizen can harness the power of AI, can train their own dragon, can create agents, can create new working environment, and can boost her productivity. And there's a notion of 10x employee back in the days of Silicon Valley, and so we are basically having this basic idea. We're trying to promote that basic idea. If you can harness the power of AI, you can become that 10x employee. Anyone can become a 10x employee. We're investing a lot into teaching and research capacity by signing a partnership with a company called OpenAI. So 100% of our faculty members, research institution employees, top management at our higher education institutions, and big percentage of our teachers at secondary educational level are now trained with help of OpenAI, and each one of them will be given a license of a ChatGPT education, a specifically trained edition of ChatGPT with focus on teaching and research. So basically we're trying to bring up the next generation of researchers and faculty members and teachers who will work with help of AI, who will co-teach, co-design, co-learn, co-create with help of chatbots, and will work at intersection of technology, AI, but also teaching. An idea is to automate all the routine tasks, automate all these extra additional chores that will leave as much time and space and resources available for teaching, for research, for emotional, direct human-to-human interactions with faculty members and students, teachers and pupils. So we're trying to go to that, anticipate that next level AI revolution that will impact education, what will shake the foundations of traditional teaching, of traditional research as we know it. Which brings me to the topic of today's discussion, impact-driven universities. And it's a very right question. Not just are our universities excellent, but the question is, how do we redesign, how do we rethink ourselves? Excellent for what? Excellent for whom? But universities in our region, in Central Asia, sit inside one of the most rapidly changing regions on the planet. Demographics, climate change, digital disruption, shifting geopolitics. The institutions in this very room have a choice. Observe those changes or reshape, redesign, rethink themselves. So Kazakhstan's answer is very clear. We expect our universities to be agents of change, not just producers of graduates. That means research that reaches industry, impact-driven research, research affecting local communities, regions, and countries and companies. Leadership that builds institutions, not just manages them. International partnerships that create real capacity, not just MOUs and agreements and conferences. Almaty Management University is a good example of this. Hosting the first IAUP regional conference in Kazakhstan, it's not just symbolic, it reflects what an entrepreneurial university actually does. It builds the ecosystem around it. I call on everyone in this room, use these 3 days to move beyond alignment on principles. Leave Almaty with specific commitments, with specific partnerships, new friends. joint research agendas, shared accreditation frameworks, concrete pathways for student and faculty mobility across Central Asia and beyond. The region is ready. There's a lot of dynamics. The institutions are ready. We're watching, and we're ready to support what emerges. Thank you very much, Almaty Management University. Thank you very much, IAUP Management, for being with us in Kazakhstan. We're looking forward to new partnerships. We're looking forward to new friendships. And best of luck and Godspeed for today's conference.